Welcome to Draft Utopia's Conference Championship Weekend Predictions. The first game features the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. In this game, the Atlanta Falcons will win because San Francisco has one of the worst secondaries in the NFL. The secondary relies more on generating interceptions and turnovers than they do on playing man coverage and locking down wide receivers. Atlanta has playmakers like Julio Jones, Roddy White, and Tony Gonzalez. It'll be vital for the 49ers to get pressure on the quarterback. It'll be led by Aldon Smith in that linebacking core that features Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, and other players like Ahmad Brooks. It's a very stealth linebacking core for the 49ers. Atlanta's quarterback, Matt Ryan, he's been playing well in the playoffs lately, and the 31 points that Green Bay put up on San Francisco, that was no fluke. The fact that Kaepernick dropped 45 like he was Hiroshima, that was a fluke. And the Atlanta Falcons, even though they barely edged out the Seattle Seahawks last Sunday, they showed they could get it done in an Atlanta environment in the Georgia Dome. Does feel like a little rematch for Randy Moss. When he was a rookie, he had the home turf, and they lost the Atlanta Falcons in overtime. This time around, Randy Moss going to the Georgia Dome to face the Falcons, the team that knocked him out of a Super Bowl opportunity as a rookie. It'll be an interesting game. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons 28-27 simply due to the fact that their playmakers are going to have an easier time with San Francisco's secondary than the 49ers with Atlanta's secondary. Atlanta has players like William Moore, Thomas DeCoud, Asante Samuel, Dunta Robinson. They have experience as a secondary, and that experience will translate to something. Maybe this team's not good enough to win the Super Bowl, but they're definitely talented enough to get there. The second game features the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. I could go on and be biased towards my Pats, but the Baltimore Ravens do have one of the best defenses. Donnell Ellerbe, Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs, Paul Kruger, who's in a contract year, and rookie Courtney Upshaw. Despite losing Chuck Pagano as defensive coordinator, this defense continues to have depth. You've got players like Terrence Cody. You've got Haloti Ngata, Pernell McPhee. The front seven for Baltimore is stacked. And yes, they have the safeties to disable New England's tight ends. Without Rob Gronkowski, they're going to have a much easier time double-teaming Aaron Hernandez. The problem is Baltimore's weakness lies at cornerback. And Tom Brady's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, if not the best quarterback. So you're going to have to deal with Welker. You're going to have to deal with Brandon Lloyd. The wide receivers are going to have a huge role in this game. And New England has a 1,000-yard rusher in Ridley this year. So the Ravens are going to have to focus on stopping Ridley too. If you ignore Ridley and just focus on playing man coverage in these receivers, Brady will pick up on that. He'll use his eye accessing cues, his awareness when navigating the field, and he'll run the ball on you. It's going to be up to Ray Lewis to outsmart Tom Brady, get 14 tackles a game, get 10 tackles a game, like he's been doing against the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. It comes down to Lewis versus Brady. And if Lewis can outperform Tom Brady, there's a good chance we will see the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl this year. I'm going with New England simply because they have more experience. And this defense is motivated. This front seven with Ninkovich, Chandler Jones, Vince Wilfork, Kyle Love on the defensive line, along with Gerard Mayo, a 100 tackler, Brandon Spikes, who's starting to come into his own, and rookie Donta Hightower, led by second-year linebacker coach Patrick Graham. This is a stealth front seven. Aqib Talib's at defensive back. You've got Devin McCourty and Patrick Chung when healthy. This New England defense is not a complete joke. Sure, they're still prone to give up 20 points now and then, but they can put up points and play ball. I will go with the New England Patriots 21-20 over the Baltimore Ravens. So there you have it. Last year in the preseason for Super Bowl 46, I said the Atlanta Falcons would defeat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. And my Super Bowl 45 preseason prediction was the Ravens over the 49ers. It's going to be an interesting championship week. Baltimore, San Francisco, New England, Atlanta, the final four teams in the NFL. I've got New England defeating Atlanta this year for my Super Bowl prediction, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. That'll do it this week. Stay tuned next week. We'll talk about our Super Bowl pregame show. Since there's 2 weeks to prepare, we'll have a breakdown of the AFC champion next weekend, whether it's New England or Baltimore. We'll have a complete team breakdown. Then the following week, we'll have an NFC breakdown, and then maybe a follow-up prediction video for the next day. For more NFL content, check out draftutopia.com. This is Chris Ransom signing off.